Everyone, welcome back to my post rebuild of my rally trap slash solo trap, whatever you want to call it. But this is the massive gangbang I took from Super Tashi and the rally leads. So this is actually thanks to Thanchet from B2W. So shout out to Thanchet there. He was really grateful enough to send me the resources and stuff to do the rebuild after this. So it was kind of funny because he was in the gangbang and he didn't actually know I was there. So he was actually really nice to actually send me the resources to rebuild, because that's something that is really hard to do on a free-to-play account, is get enough resources to rebuild something like this. Speed ups and stuff are actually easier to get than the resources, just because, like, again, it's really hard to buy resources now. Unless you can try and get them for gems, it's really hard to find them and stuff like that. So I had to rebuild the tier 4 first, and then I had to rebuild all my tier 2. So I think I had to rebuild, like, what was, like, 500k what's called archers, and then only like 50k tier 4 infantry, and then I had to rebuild almost 3 million tier 2 archers and about a million tier 2 calves. So I had to do about a 4 million tier 2, which is also really expensive, plus all the resources to go to infirmaries and back to manors again. Or I guess go to manors and back to infirmaries after that. So this is going to be me rebuilding the tier 2 archers, and then again I'll do the tier 2 cav right after that. But it was really nice because the what's called bonus speed ups were actually on at this point, so getting zero during this period was actually not too bad, because you get 20% more speed ups on that. But again, it was the resources that were the big problem. So again, thanks to Thanchet for sponsoring the rebuild here, because this would have took me probably usually about a month or something to rebuild this much troops and just get the resources together and speed ups and all that. So this really helped me get back on track and start trapping right after that. So I was literally back like the next day. So anyway, so if you guys actually have any comments about just the new counter research, what guys are finding. I'm currently trying to build a baby trap right now as well. So I'm trying to redo my baby trap. So I've had a C16 baby trap for probably a couple of years now. I started it a couple of years ago before all this research and had a lot of fun on it. And then it got zeroed because I went on vacation and forgot to shield it, and then I didn't rebuild it for a while. Then I rebuilt it and then realized it was kind of too hard to use a baby trap now. A couple of reasons was because the new counter research is out there. That really makes it hard. And then the other thing is it's hard to find a small kingdom now, because the protection is so much longer that by the time you get into those kingdoms, there's so many more big accounts. But that also means people can migrate in there right after it opens up really easily. So you get a lot of, let's say, smaller rally leads and stuff like that. And I was trying to trap, and it still works for like the most part, but if you find one of those small rally leads that have like 700% blast with double tier 5 familiars, you're kind of in trouble on a 30 millimite C16 account. It just doesn't go very well, and then you're taking like a million losses, and then you got to rebuild after that hit. So it's like, okay, so I was thinking maybe I was going to build it up to C17 and do like a tier 2, tier 3 comp, but then I realized that I can't switch or I can't unlock different phalanxes until C20, but I want to be C20 because the Fury is 7 minutes. I want to be able to go in Fury on the trap, so I'm just like, I'm kind of stuck on that one right now. I'm trying to figure that one out. The other thing was my regular solo trap. Again, that's kind of a hard point right now as well, because if you take a counter from a Titan, you are taking over a million losses right now just from the 60% boost. So taking a gangbang on that was pretty difficult. So I'm trying to think about what to do on that one as well. I was thinking maybe making that one a tier 4 account, and then because you get the extra HP and defense and all that from that tier 4 research, which really help reduce the losses. Because you saw in this rally trap in the previous video, even on a full counter, they're only doing 400k damage. So it does help out, but then again, I'd be around 200 mil might if I added all that research might on there on top of that. So that's another thing. So I was like, oh, maybe not, but because I already have this account, and this one is about 230 or something, 220, 230, depending on where it is at the point, and people will still solo it a lot. It was much easier before I got tons of kills, because I've been solo trapping on this one, and I think I got like 100 million kills solo trapping on this account. Obviously, part of that was that massive gangbang it took on there too, but still, I was around I'm over 200 mil kills on this account now, so yeah, so it's getting a little bit harder to solo trap on it just because of that reason, just the amount of kills. So that's another thing I'm thinking. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, just leave it in the description down below. I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. Rally trapping, again, is a whole new thing too, like with the counter research and the rain traps and all that, because you are getting your damage reduced. Even if you're countering them, you still have reduced damage output, because let's say if I'm a what's called infantry rain trap, I don't have very much infantry, so if they send range, I can be in big trouble with that because I just don't have enough infantry and I don't have the counter research either. So the amount of let's say range they have, my range is still doing the same amount of damage. My cav is now doing way less damage, and that's also a big part of my damage on my rain trap is the cav that I have, because I have like 4 million cav. So normally that would be doing half damage to, let's say, the range they send, but now it's doing even less than that because it does 60% less than that now. So it's literally doing nothing at that point. So when they send a range rally, all I have is basically my range against their range, and then my little bit of infantry I have, which gets reduced even more since I'm sitting in infantry. But anyways, that's another thing. So yeah, so it's kind of a interesting position we're at right now because of all these new researches and all that. Like solo trapping has become really hard. It's not like it's hard to cap anymore. It's just, again, it's back to the point where the tier 5 research came out, and you're just like, okay, might have to switch my comp up, or at least switch up the solo trap again just because of this. Because before, like right after the tier 5 research came up, we came up with the tier 2, tier 3 comp, and it was super strong. It basically could not be taken out at all. So even without your leader, you can still cap people. Now these Titans, I can't cap them without my leader anymore. So, and even if I counter them, I'm not capping. I just don't have the damage anymore. So I found that out during one of the previous KVKs. Someone sent, what was it, like an infantry blast into my inventory. I didn't have my leader. I think he ended up burning me. Or did it? Yeah, I think he ended up burning me, but he didn't do like too much damage. He did like 600,000 damage. So I don't think I took any reds, but he ended up burning me and getting a walk back from that. And then then he caught me leaderless again later that KVK, but I was in range and he sent infantry, and then I took like 1.5 million losses because I didn't have my leader. So yeah, so that that was a little unfortunate. So that's why I've been kind of wary about trapping on it, because it's just like it's much easier, obviously, to trap on the rally trap because you don't have to worry about taking losses. Even if you don't have your leader, they're not really giving you any reds because even a Titan's not going to get a walk back from a rally trap without the leader. Even if they full counter, and there's a good chance you're probably not going to take reds either. So that's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now on those. That's kind of why you saw me solo trapping on my rally trap here, just because I was just testing some things out, and it does work out again as long as you're healing. So next time I next time I get in that situation with all those people pouring around me, I'm going to make sure I have resources out of my rally trap, because normally I'm just a little too lax on it, I think, because the reason I'm so lax is you don't take much damage on the rally trap, so a normal solo attack wouldn't do too much. So you're just not expecting to take so many or have so many people hit you. So if you ever get to that point, make sure you just have resources out just in case. At least I've realized that. Like on my solo trap, I just pull the resources out right away as that many people poured around me, because normally I'd expect the gangbang, but just on the rally trap, I guess I wasn't. So anyways, I am rebuilding all the troops now. I have rebuilt my range. I think I even have more range now because I still had range in my sanctuary at this point. Obviously, I couldn't pull all the troops out of my sanctuary because I didn't have anything in my sanctuary. Now my sanctuary is full, so I do rebuild 3 mil cab and 3 mil range. But I think I had like 600k range in the sanctuary, so I eventually pulled all that out. So I think I have like 3.6 mil range now. So just finishing up on the cav here, but yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. Just the current situation with the solo traps and baby traps and all that. So another thing is griffin traps, because obviously Griffin traps used to be super strong before when Tier 4 was out, and now Tier 5 is out. Griffin traps are much harder because, like, whatever, Titans can walk back from 2.3 million Tier 4 easily, unless you have the counter research, obviously, and you counter them. But if you don't counter them, they can walk back anyways. So that's another thing about Griffin traps. That's a totally other situation I'm trying to build right now because I'm kind of building up a Griffin trap as well right now. So my current one is the solo trap, the rally trap, which is a solo trap. Then I have 2 Griffin traps that I'm kind of building right now. And then the baby trap, which I was thinking of making it, like, again, like a 70 mil-ish baby trap for smaller kingdoms. It's not a Titan trap or anything like that. So, but then you got to watch out for, again, those like 300 mil guys with like 750 with double tier 5 familiars who just randomly show up in kingdoms. So those are the hard ones. So anyways, this is going to be the end of the rebuild here of me rebuilding my my rally trap back up. Again, shout out Thanchet for the help with the rebuild, or literally giving me the rebuild. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.